Hello, good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, LA by Night. Tonight we bring you Season 4, Episode 7, Dead Ecstasies. Let's begin by meeting the dead.
Hello, my name is Amelia Rose Blaire, and I'm playing Suzanne Rochelle.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Marie, and I'm playing Nelli Griffith, Baron of Hollywood.
Special guests, Bryan Dechart, Noura Ibrahim, and Shayne Eastin will all join us at a dramatically appropriate moment. Family, you know that we don't make LA by Night happen only by ourselves. We have a special coterie of supporters who make it possible for us to stream LA by Night with you. We'd like to thank Backblaze, an online backup digital service used by mortals and immortals alike. They offer unlimited online backup with no gimmicks, works on Macs and PCs, and they have supported LA by Night for 3 seasons in a row. So go to backblaze.com/LA by Night and give them some love. Make sure that you are prepared when the Second Inquisition takes down your ShrekNet. We'd also like to give special thanks to Level Up Dice. Level Up makes the beautiful official Vampire the Masquerade luxury metal dice sets that represent each and every clan that you love, all the factions, and even the Thin Bloods. To get your own set, visit levelupdice.net. Thank you, Backblaze and Level Up Dice. Now, this is the world of darkness. And in the world of darkness, in order to rule, you must become the very thing that you fear. You must become your own monster. Only when you know this fear completely can you control it, and if necessary, turn it on others who would do you harm. Every nightmare dreamed up by paranoids, every righteous fear of the persecuted, every conspiracy hinted at by our pop culture, the Camarilla reaches farther and does worse. It controls lives, money, and history. It tells mortals what to believe. It tells the media what to report. And when the Camarilla wants a secret kept from the world, it buries the story. And sometimes the storyteller. Now, master conspirators like this do not pull together in the same harness like tame oxen. The kindred within the Camarilla use the tools of manipulation and deceit on one another just as readily and easily as they do on their enemies and other factions. But they agree on one truth. They are stronger inside the Camarilla than outside it. With this firmly in mind, let's tell a vampire story. Los Angeles is a city of startling contrasts. The dazzling glitz and the glamour of the LA we see in our entertainment media does exist. The city boasts places of staggering opulence. But these tend to be isolated oases of luxury, scattered amid a virtual desert of the mundane, the ordinary, even the dingy and the dilapidated. The neighborhood of Beverly Glen is one such oasis. Hidden and protected by thick walls, high fences, and the best state-of-the-art security that immortal wealth can buy. Nobody who isn't specifically invited into this community finds their way in here to explore the rustic canyons, linger among the sycamore groves, or visit the stately homes. It is to one of these stately homes, a mansion, really, stone, imposing, that we go tonight. We find ourselves in the conservatory, a place of lush green beauty, filled with fragrant blossoms, pleasing to all the senses. Outside, it is a winter night, cold, uninviting. But in here, the roses bloom.
Well, it's quite nice to see you tonight, Suzanne. What do I owe this pleasure?
I do not make eye contact, but instead slowly move around the corner so that you can only see a little bit of my dress between the roses.
So like a beast, predator, stalking its prey through the jungle, you keep the fern fronds, the palm leaves, the flower petals between you and Nelli.
At long last.
Yes. I see you've been busy.
I skip around again. Bit of cat and mouse.
Nelli, what is your response to this playful predation?
Oh, I sit and watch intently.
And are you the prey waiting for the predator to spring, or are you the predator luring in the prey?
Oh, I'm definitely the predator.
I'll play this game. So, slowly I reach out, I grab one of the roses, I pull it in to smell.
Ah, the fragrance is divine. No matter how old you are, no matter how many nights you exist, nothing will ever equal that extraordinary scent.
Intoxicating. Don't you think?
Why, yes, of course.
Would you like a taste?
A taste? No, I think I'll pass on tasting.
Oh, you do yourself a disservice, Petronella.
How so, Suzanne?
One must always savor each and every one of the beauties that this life shows us.
Well said.
Thank you.
I am impressed.
Would you like a taste?
Still, I will pass. Thank you.
I prick the rose off and finally reveal myself, handing you the rose. Then I bring it to you.
Charming.
You hide yourself from me.
That I do right now, dear. I need to stay as safe as possible.
You don't trust me.
I trust you. Don't trust the others.
You're wise.
I learn.
As do we all.
So I'm sure it should come to no shock for you to find out that I am now the Baron of Hollywood. Ah, Suzanne, I've missed you.
As have I. You take the words from my mouth.
Oh, darling. Well, there's been so much going on. I don't even know where to begin. It's been 2 nights since I've became the Baron, and it's been very tough.
You don't say.
I don't even know what to do with leading. I have ideas, and I feel like I know what I'm supposed to do, but
Heavy weighs the head that wears the crown, no?
yes. That's very Camarilla of you to say.
Your glasses are quite funny.
Funny?
Yes.
Why are they funny?
Ha!
They capture the clan so well.
Now I see your eyes. I've missed you.
As have I. But you know we can't be seen really ever together. That would ruin everything that we've been working towards.
I have a deep fear. My heart has been heavy. A storm is brewing. A very, very grave storm. I don't know if you understand the gravity in the place that you sit as the head of the Anarchs.
I understand most, but please enlighten me.
I must not say quite yet. I fear we are being listened to. I grab her hand and move towards the edge. Look outside to see if there's anyone I could see.
Outside the conservatory, the night is dark. It's one of those rare winter evenings in Los Angeles when it's actually raining. The rain obscures your vision beyond a few feet away from the illuminated glass.
Perhaps the rain will help us.
I mean, the rain usually ruins my hair. How is that helping?
The sounds. You are in grave danger. You don't know this, but you walk with someone who is going to harm each and every one that you love.
Who?
You know if you think in your heart. One who is illegitimate. One who has a terrible, terrible dark power. Dark power. Dark power.
I come up with a handful of people.
Perhaps now is not the time. So you're Baroness. How does that feel?
Feels good and terrifying. Good.
What is what you want?
I want to be Baron.
To do what?
I want to protect Kindred. I want to help make it a better place to live.
Make it a better place to live. That's quite general.
Make Los Angeles, make Hollywood a good place to live.
Oh, that's impossible. It's Hollywood.
How dare!
No, it's the truth. It's a disgusting city. Full of shit and horrible people. Everyone is two-faced. No one tells the truth.
No Kindred tells the truth. But at least you can count on those 2 things in Hollywood are those people. What can you say about the rest of the licks?
So you want to protect. That is your main goal.
Yes.
To protect.
and thrive.
Okay, I will tell you how to do this. And as I lean in, I cast awe.
You activate the power of awe, becoming immediately alluring, appealing, magnetic, and charismatic. Now, awe will give you a bonus on any die rolls that you may need to throw to seduce, persuade, or manipulate, but it instantly makes you someone that Nelli wants to be near and pay attention to. You got there first. So, Nelli G, the power of awe is on you.
You're so delightful and magnetic.
I know.
But you know, two can play that game.
I do.
I activate awe.
So, were there any witnesses to see you, they would be overcome by the star power emanating from the two Toreador conversing in this glass paradise. Now, in a contest of awe, both of you get to add your presence totals to any dice rolls that may come up. Suzanne has the decided advantage there.
Oh, yeah.
But it is not impossible for you to resist each other should it come to a test.
I'd like to try to keep my head level. I know she's doing this to me.
Yes?
You never cease to surprise me.
How is that possible? There's so little that can surprise you these days.
I know. But you consistently do.
Well, then I will do everything in my power to continue doing that.
Excellent.
But I do need your help. If I am in grave danger, who is it that I need to be aware of?
She is one that walks with you, who plays innocent, the young ingenue, so deeply in love, but with a dark, dark power within her, one that could put everyone you love at risk.
Well, that narrows it down to 3 people now.
3. Whew.
Oh, I don't kiss and tell, dear.
Neither do I.
Well, then we're going to be here a long time.
All right, I'll give you another hint. She is a drug addict.
Interesting. Why do you say this about the young Angelou?
She harbors a dark power within her that she does not know how to control. I don't know if you know her story, but she was not supposed to be a vampire.
Why not?
Each vampire must be given permission to sire. This one was not. This one is an illegitimate boil waiting to pop. A dangerous boil. And when she does pop, she will intoxicate and poison everyone around her.
Interesting. Wow.
I probe into her mind to see what she's thinking.
You wish to reach out with your thoughts and attempt to touch hers directly.
Directly.
So, Nelli G. Here we are. First of all, Suzanne, let's see if you become hungrier for calling on the powers of your vitae. 1 hunger die, 1 only. Please roll it. Let's see if it comes up an Ankh or blank.
Ooh. The skull.
The skull, a failure. You do grow hungrier. The beast inside you that voice that nags at the back of your mind whenever you thirst. Shali, Shali, Shali. When will you learn?
Shh, ma petite chou. I will take care of you later. I promise.
But I am hungry now.
I know.
Ah,
Later, please.
have pity.
Have pity on me, please.
For she is so toothsome, so very sweet.
I know.
I will wait, I will wait.
Merci.
So now, let's make a dice pool. It's rather large for you. It's your resolve and your auspex. So for you, that's 9 dice.
And include 2 red ones. So take
And
2 away
two.
from here. There you go.
Right? And 2 of them are hunger dice. For Nelli G, the resistance is wits and subterfuge. And we'll see what Suzanne's margin is. Now let's count ankhs.
1,
Oh, she doesn't even need to count.
1, and 2 with the special stars next to it. The fancy one.
The fancy one.
Yes.
Nelli G,
Oh, 3 actually.
total failure.
Yep.
Excellent.
You have the option of spending willpower to resist, or you could just let your friend touch your mind.
I think in this instance, I'm going to have to burn a willpower to reroll that.
Okay, you may roll up to 3 of the black dice. Now, will that give you 3 successes?
So close. Only 2.
So close, so close. Not enough.
I reach in to see what she's thinking about this young Ava.
Now, what are your surface thoughts, Nelli G? What's at the topmost of your mind?
It's the conversation that I had with Eva the night or a few nights ago, where she explained that she had to go.
So what you see, Suzanne, is almost like a picture show in Nelli's head. You see a party, a fancy party, a party by a pool with hundreds of guests milling about, talking, drinking. But you're inside what looks to be a decorative tent, or maybe a cabana by the pool, semi-private. There are kindred present that you recognize, Nelli G among them, and her anarch associates, and Eva, white-haired, attired in ivory and crimson. And Eva is explaining to Nelli and the anarchs that she must leave Los Angeles. She must go away. She needs some time away. She is leaving right away.
Has she gone?
I didn't see her at the end of my party.
Perhaps this is a good thing. She knows what's coming for her. She is very dangerous. Not just to you, but to everyone. She puts us all in danger.
So, by her leaving, you think that that is a better choice?
I do.
What if she harms herself?
She's doing what must be done. In that case.
So you'd rather see someone else die than to help them?
In this case, yes. You do not know what she's capable of.
But I know you have a bigger heart than that.
You speak of my heart. Oh.
And your passion. I can see it in your eyes. I know that you care. You can't let another person, another kindred, go out there alone, even if they have a dark power within them.
My heart has long been dead. You do not know what you're talking about.
Fair enough.
So she is left. What of her lover, Jasper?
What of him?
Is he still sniffing about?
He's always sniffing about.
Disgusting.
Well, he plays a valuable role, as does every other lick in society. Disgusting or not, we all have things that we need to do.
True. Very true.
Nosferatu provide a service and a purpose. Stuff that we would never want to do ever. What's wrong?
Something is wrong. Something is very wrong. We must act quickly, or else we will all die. We will all perish.
What? Okay.
They know I'm here. They know I'm here. You have the power. You have the power to stop this war amongst the Camarilla and the Anarchs. There does not need to be a war. There does not need to be a war. We will all die if we do not do something. If you do not do something.
Okay.
Something's not right. I use my power to sense the prince. See what he's doing. Something is not right.
In your mind's eye, you see Vannevar. He is reading. He clutches a book with a grip so tight he might rip it in half at any second. The book is old, its pages stained and worn. The writing is in many different languages: Greek, Latin, even older. He paces as he reads, bringing the book close to his face, as though he would absorb the words through his very eyeballs, take the ink into them from the very pages of the tome itself, and he mutters to himself over and over again as he scans the book.
What's wrong?
There is a madness coming to engulf each and every one of your friends. It is so close. If you reach out, perhaps you might touch it. You are the only one who has the power to stop this now in its tracks. It will engulf each and every one of the people you hold dear. Your little war will only end in bloodshed for you. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Join us. We are stronger together. All of us together. We cannot continue to fight. We must join together. Please.
I will not join you.
Then you will all die. You know this, right?
No, we're not going to all die. We're going to figure it out together. We have this truce, Suzanne, for a reason.
The truth is nothing. It is coming for all of you.
All of us?
Mm.
Even you?
Perhaps.
So
Perhaps for me too.
I don't need to join anything. We need to work together like we have been.
Yes. But you have to become part of the Camarilla.
I'm fucking not becoming part
Why
of the
not?
Chimera.
Tell me.
Why?
Why?
Because it's a load of shit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is not a load
I'm
of
not
shit.
going to listen to anyone besides myself.
It is not a load of shit. This is the only way to protect everyone.
There are other ways to protect, Suzanne, and you know that.
I do not know. I have lived for millennia. I have seen the anarchs come and go. I have seen them drown in their own blood.
Then I'll at least drown for something I fucking believe in.
What do you believe in?
I believe in myself.
But what does that stand for?
Stands for everything that I've ever built, Suzanne.
What?
I've built myself. I've built my career. I've built safety around me and my family and the people that I care
Are you
and trust
building
about.
safety around your family when they're constantly in danger, when they're constantly endangering yourself? Don't you see that the mirror you're looking through is covered in dust? It's covered in blood. It's not real. You're living in a fantasy.
The same
A
can be
baby
said
fantasy.
about you and the Ivory Tower.
The Ivory Tower has been around many, many, many years longer than your baby rebellion. I say this because I care about you. Not to upset you, though I seem to have done that. I know what's coming for you. You have no idea.
I don't, so enlighten me. How can I challenge this? How can I fix this? I'm
Join
not.
us.
I
Join us.
No.
Join us.
No.
We can change the Camarilla. Price is dead.
And Vannevar?
What of him?
How is he doing these days?
He's fine.
Is he? I detect a hint of salt in that voice.
He's fine.
Say it again like you actually believe it.
He knows this darkness is coming too. We've known it for many, many moons now. He will do what he has to do. He will do what he has to do.
And so will I.
It seems we have come to an impasse.
I'm sorry to interrupt, lady. But you asked to be called when he was ready.
Thank you. Well, Baroness of Hollywood, do you think you're ready to meet the prince?
I was born ready.
The scene moves to the luxuriously appointed drawing room at the heart of the mansion. A room of luxury and good taste, decorated in a fashion that somehow combines the best elements of eras gone by with more modern sensibilities. And it is in this room that we rejoin our monsters.
Oh. Is everyone here?
My darling, I would like to present to you Miss Petronella Griffith, who goes by the Baroness of Hollywood.
Baroness of Hollywood.
Yes.
This is news to me.
I see. Well, apparently news travel relatively slow.
Yes,
Fake news.
Oh, charming.
news. Why? Was there some issue with the Baron previous?
The Baron needed to make a swift exit.
Ah. Yes. Yes.
Do you seem to have an issue with this?
I had expected to be informed of something like this prior to its
Well,
execution.
It was a surprise to all of us.
yes.
Well, what then is your plan as this new Baroness? How should you improve upon the state left to you by... what was his name?
Abrams.
Abrams.
Well, that's a twofold question, sir. So the first is to keep business as usual for now and maintain the masquerade as all of us kindred would like to do. And
Yes.
therefore evaluate what exactly is going on and make improvements as I see fit.
As you see fit.
Maintain the masquerade.
Yes.
Well, first off, let me introduce myself. My name is Katya. I'm the new Tremere Primogen. I'm taking Garak's place for a while. I had a meeting with an associate of yours, Mr. Temple.
I see.
He doesn't seem to be doing a very good job of maintaining the masquerade, because when I pulled up to his establishment, he had symbols of the clan Ventru all over.
I believe that us understanding the masquerade, we have different interpretations of it.
And what is your interpretation then?
Don't think we should be forced into hiding, but certainly
Forced into hiding is by definition the masquerade.
there are
Baroness.
other ways to do that.
I am actually a very big fan of yours, Nelli. I'm a very big fan of fashion, of Alexander McQueen. I love Gucci's new season, and Mulemeister. And your work, I adore. And I would hate for you not to have your work out there for everyone to enjoy and see and experience. I'm not asking for you to stop living your lives. I'm just saying that the anarchs could scale it down a bit with the rebellion and the we can all live in harmony thing, and the like. I don't know what they expect. I don't know if they expect humans and kindred to skip through fields together holding hands or what, but it just seems to be a bit much. And I really appreciate your work and respect you so much as an artist. I think that perhaps you could have a really good influence on your friends in that regard.
I see.
I happen to know a couple more of your associates, Evangeline and Jasper.
You happen to know a couple of her associates. Evangeline?
Eva,
Yes.
my child.
Yes.
Yes, This!
Yes.
This child! The pale child.
That's the one.
Are you unaware that a child should be made with permission from the tower?
I am very aware of that fact. But Tremere are very good at keeping their own house, and we have it under control.
Are
I
you-
assure you.
Very good, yes,
Do
very
you
good.
find yourself above the rules?
We do not find ourselves above the rules.
What is
This has been dealt with. It was years ago. She is fine.
Fine. Years.
I assure you, if it was an
Yes.
issue, she would
Yes.
be resting in her
Speaking
final
of
death.
years, do you know that a year is 1/10 a decade? A decade, 1/10 a century? 1/10 a millennia? 1/10 an eon? Would you tell me again how long ago this has been dealt with?
Look, I am well aware, and that it seems crazy for you, but trust me, this is all part of the plan, and she is fine.
Katya, how could you say that when they're getting themselves into trouble day in and day out?
Well, Jasper doesn't seem to be a very good influence upon her.
The Nosferatu.
yes?
But it's fine.
He lives even now, this Nosferatu.
Nelli, would you like to enlighten us?
Yes, Nelli.
It's nice to see you, Ebe.
So good to see you. Baron of Hollywood.
Yes. You. A vampire. Jasper's alive, yes. What of it?
My sheriff? What of it?
Well, the plan was going accordingly. But it seems that
You got foiled.
We got foiled. Interesting choice of words.
And Sheriff, how have things been going otherwise, besides this one very specific task which you are sent to perform?
well, other than that one task, that one minute task, I have been appointed to keep the truce. And as I can say, from then until the time being, people are handling the truce as one usually does. A small amount become arrogant, a small amount let their guard down. But for the most part, paranoia kicks in. But so far, I hope nobody else wants to foil that.
Can you explain to me why she is here and not my magician? What has become of Garak? I quite liked Garak.
I did too. We still owe him a party.
Where is Garak?
Garak has
Bring me Garak!
Garak has been dismissed. He's relocated. Now I am one of Strauss's most trusted lieutenants.
Who has dismissed Garak? By what authority have they dismissed him?
The highest powers within the Tremere have decided it would be best if he went somewhere else for a while. Now, a few nights ago there was a disaster.
Another one.
I took care of it, but like I was saying, it involved this Jasper and Evangeline.
What sort of disaster?
Well, Garak had stolen a gargoyle from Strauss and put it within a metaphysical structure below the city. I had to go down there because Eva and Jasper were fighting the creature. And during the fight, a ley line was pulled and almost destroyed the magic castle, which I believe is on your turf now, Baron.
Yeah.
Historic property.
It's a beautiful place.
Don't worry, I took care of it. I cleaned it up, took them out.
Did you not know about this, Nelli?
These ley lines.
I've heard
Who controls them?
I don't know if you know this, Nelli,
Controls them.
but Tremere had a deal with Abrams. We were able to work and study in the castle.
I'm aware.
I want them.
We would very much like to continue working there. He once said to me that he thought it would be the perfect place for you to have a show of your work.
I want them for myself. I don't want to share them. I would like to have them for myself.
Get them.
And we were very much looking forward to doing that for you if you are still interested and if we can still stay.
That sounds like a very tempting offer. Perhaps on another night we can negotiate set terms.
Understood.
I would like Garak returned to me now.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid that's impossible.
It is not impossible. Nothing is impossible for me. I am the prince. Bring him here now.
We would not even know how to contact him.
What's wrong with him?
Bring him here.
Sometimes you can't get what you want.
He's an intelligent man.
Very intelligent.
A capable man who can listen to a...
Yes.
Has he been like this for a long time?
He is a very inspired man. He's seen many things. We should not judge what it looks on the outside.
I wasn't judging, I just wanted to see if he needed anything, if you guys needed anything.
I need my magician. I need my Garak here.
I can do magic for you.
I do not want your magic.
You haven't seen
I do not want
my magic.
your magic. What did I say?
Perhaps while we have
I will try to summon this Garak. Can I summon him?
Yes. So, you are going to reach out from the center of your will out into the night, regardless time and distance. So, concentrate, form Garak's face in your mind. See the curly red hair, the distinctive mutton chop whiskers, his affected attire of bygone days and nights. The little glass baubles he likes to play with in his hands. You see it so clearly.
Come
Now,
to me.
let's form a dice pool. Dice for your presence and dice for your manipulation. So, a total of 9 dice. 8 black, 1 red. 1 hunger die.
Please help me. More. Yes. Garak, you will come to me. You are my true friend, Garak, and you will come here to me now. Or as soon as you are able. There are 5 honks.
This is not a real one.
Shit. There's 6 onks.
3 with extra stars.
That's rather a lot of success.
Yes, as is customary for a prince.
The supernatural magnetism that you possess stretches far beyond this room. It reaches into all the corners of the earth, regardless of where Garak is at this time. He cannot help but to feel your call, your will. And you feel confident that as quickly as is possible, Garak will begin the return journey to Los Angeles and to you.
And we will see. We will see.
You are summoning a dangerous man.
I am a dangerous man. I suspected I kept company of dangerous women. But I have not been proved in this yet.
Perhaps while we have the Baroness here, we can see how we might help to prevent this war.
Baroness. This is the Baroness now, all of a sudden?
Yes.
The Blue Baroness? Well, Baroness, since you have roused me from my chambers and we have this wonderful gathering, would you please enlighten me as to how things will improve for the tower, for all the kindred, and how we will work together during this time of truce to preserve the masquerade.
Yes, what steps are you taking since you have such a loose interpretation of what keeping the masquerade means to you?
Interesting. I'm pretty sure I just gave that answer, but in case nobody was actually listening.
Here is why we are concerned. Hollywood is the entertainment capital of the world. Everyone's eyes are on Hollywood. We have something we all need to hide there for our safety. And we are sure you are capable. We would just like to know your plan of action. Are things going to change?
What?
Just pay attention. Or will they stay the same?
For right now, my intent is to keep everything as Abrams had it. And not to disturb the peace there.
So we can stay in the castle then.
We will negotiate that at another time.
I already negotiated that with Abrams. Him and I had a deal.
When did you negotiate that?
Long time. Years ago.
Exactly. Terms should always be renegotiated.
There will be no renegotiation.
If we
There will be no...
Renegotiation.
If we don't get to keep the castle, you'll find that the assets that he left you might not do so well.
I will take that under advisement.
Nelli, darling, we have spent long enough dancing around this topic. What can we give you and offer you to join us here in the Ivory Tower?
Yes. You will join us in the Ivory Tower.
Not join no fucking tower.
This,
You laugh?
perhaps you do not understand what is at stake. I assume you can read. Yes?
Yes. Can you?
That is clear provocation. So, the difficulty is only 2. Vannevar, your dice pool to resist being provoked and doing something truly horrific in retaliation is a total of 7 black dice. We are looking for 2 successes, 2 onks.
4. Bring me Bert. Bert! Bert, bring me my book, boy!
There's a sound of rushing feet. A young man, perhaps university age, wearing college sweater and crisp new blue jeans and very expensive tennis shoes, rushes into the room as though he has been standing right outside the door all this time. He carries in his hand a slim black book with silver-edged pages. It appears to be of considerable age. Bert rushes to your side, proffering the slim volume.
Can I read? Perhaps my majesty would permit me enough silence to read but a few pages here. Quiet! Hear the ravens cry, the stillness of the wind rising hot on the street, the towers hide, the darkness of the day when La Sombra's dreams come true, on the day when the moon runs as blood and the sun rises black in the sky. That is the day of the damned, when Cain's children will rise, and the world will turn cold, and unclean things will boil up from the ground, and great storms will roll, lightning will light fires, animals will fester, and their bodies twisted will fall. So too our grandsires will rise from the ground. They will break their fast on the first part of us. They will consume us whole. Perhaps you have not read these words, Nelli of Hollywood. Perhaps you have heard these, later written still. It might sound familiar to some in our company here, and you will know these last times by the time of thin blood, which will mark vampires that cannot beget. You will know them by the clanless, who will come to rule. You will know them by the wild ones, who will hunt us even in our strongest city. You will know them by the awakening of some of the eldest. The crone will awaken and consume all. You will know these times, for a black hand will rise up and choke out all who oppose it. And those who eat the heart's blood will flourish, and the kindred will crowd each to his own, and Vaiete will be as rare as diamonds. Is this clear enough to you? Baroness.
Crystal.
So you see, the stakes are higher than this side of the hill or that side of the hill. Anarch, the little wars you fight. It's nothing. It means nothing.
The prophecy is bigger than you are, Nelli. And everything that you've built. Your empire pales in comparison to what is going to happen.
So let me ask, if I may. You constantly berate me with these questions of what am I going
I am the
to
prince.
do?
I will berate you if I feel like it.
I understand,
Baroness.
sir. What is it that you, and I ask you, all of you, are going to do about this?
About this?
About what you just read.
I have an idea. The voice seems to come from the farthest and darkest shadows of the room. And indeed, the light begins to dim.
Oh, yes.
In one corner, shadows grow, deepen, lengthen.
Yes. Yes.
And from that pool of night steps the Scourge, Aurora, resplendent in her own black attire. I have some ideas.
Yes, the Sombra's dream.
I have pursued leads on these thin bloods and found a nest of them in the valley. Of course, living under the dubious protection of Mr. Undisputed, your associate, Mr. Temple, your associate, your colleague, your friend, perhaps more than your friend. Now, until recently, the Camarilla would not have described these cast-offs, these things so young and so weak, their blood too thin to even sire another, as anything resembling a real threat. One always hears stories about weak-blooded kindred embracing progeny that somehow managed to survive, but this, we think, is poor judgment or misfortune. And of course, it always seems that these mistakes were easy enough to fix. But tonight, the thin blood numbers grow, and danger travels with them.
Yes.
The Book of Nod foretells their coming. And maybe they signal the end of our world. Some believe that only great sacrifice will forestall this apocalypse. Have you heard that some of these so-called duskborn can walk in the daylight? In the daylight. It is against the commandments of God and Cain that they eat and drink and make love like the living. Some of them can pass a medical examination of a doctor with ease. Some of them don't even trigger those infernal devices at the airports that expose us as the unlivings too clearly. Others can brew from their own blood strange elixirs. This alchemy makes potions that can mimic our own powers, maybe exceed them. But with humility, your majesty, your grace, my prince, my seneschal, as much as I fear them, I plead for them.
You plead for them.
What?
I
Why?
do not believe that they should be exterminated. These abilities they have, to walk under the sun, to brew magic from their blood, to avoid detection by the Inquisition? They are dangerous, of course, but before we kill them, which surely we must do, let them be useful to us. Even if they signal the end of the world, if they are allied to these anarchs, then they are a catalyst for another revolt against us. Let us deny this weapon to the enemy rather than destroy it. Let us find a way to use it for ourselves. Pretend, dissemble. Let them join us. Let them serve us. And then we may do with them as we will.
Do they have a leader?
Oh, yes. I know who and where she is.
She.
You have spoken to her?
Her name is Delilah.
Delilah.
Fitting, yes?
Terrifying.
So they are unified?
They are as unified as any rabble can be. They are about as unified as the anarchs. Oh, Baroness. I'm sorry, I did not see you there.
It's quite all right, Aurora.
Congratulations are in order.
Thank you.
Nelli, are you aware that Victor is harboring these thin bloods in large numbers?
I've heard of it.
I'm going to press into her mind again, make sure she's telling the whole truth and nothing but.
Allow or resist.
I'll allow it.
So, what are your surface thoughts?
Exactly what I just said to her.
You are telling the truth.
Yeah, I'm
so,
absolutely telling the truth.
So you are searching when you think about the thin bloods, what's the first thing that you think about?
The leader, Delilah.
Delilah.
Yes.
Her face forms in your mind. You remember the conversation that she had briefly with the coterie.
Yep.
With you and Victor. Promising to support the anarch cause if they're allowed safe haven in the valley. Cousin, dear, sweet cousin, as the prince's sheriff, as the enforcer of our tower, I wonder about your opinion on this. Do you think the truce applies to thin bloods? Or is it simply between kindred?
Given what we know about the prophecy, it is of my opinion that they are our biggest enemies right now.
I would like to get my hands on some of their vitae. If I could perhaps find out how they can be of better use to us.
I think that's wise. I have to admit, at first I wasn't keen on your opinion of how we should handle them, but I absolutely think that we should use them to our benefit before we exterminate them.
Why just their vitae? Why not the vessel?
The vessel, the whole thing. I mean, if I could study these thin bloods, I know that I could make them. I know that it would be worth it.
We need to know how they can outpower us. We need to be equipped with everything that we can so that we can fight them.
Can you imagine walking in the sun?
In the sun?
Sounds horrible.
Perhaps we extend an invitation to this Delilah to come here.
Why an invitation? Why not take them by force?
Well, perhaps they'd be more inclined to help us. Should we invite them?
Help us. Help us.
Think of it more as us using them for the time being, until they are no longer necessary to us.
Like the way you put that. But what if they should infiltrate the tower? What if all that is written should come to pass? We are walking a very fine line here.
It is dangerous.
Quite.
Does their leader know about the prophecy?
She knows that there is a prophecy. I don't think anyone has ever shown it to her.
But that's not to say someone else has not read it.
It is possible.
I would like to take Suzanne aside for a moment.
I'd like to have a private conversation with Suzanne. Do you agree, Suzanne?
I do.
So, have a small respite in the group gathering while Suzanne and Katya step to one side of the room. Are there any other private conversations happening? Nelli.
I see that as an opportunity to speak with Eve privately.
Okay.
And I will take some time with my book.
Aurora will glide across the floor to stand at her prince's side.
Gotcha.
If I may, we have something here in this house. Someone who might be able to help. I told you about the labyrinth,
Yes.
the ley lines.
Yes.
Within a chamber, we found the body of Zelios in torpor.
Zelios. My goodness. I have not heard that name in... Where is he?
He's downstairs.
Take me to him.
He's recovering. He's not...
Take me to
I
him
can't not with present company.
when she leaves. Thank you.
And please, I know the prince isn't too happy that Garak's not here, but I can do a lot for you. And I believe in the Ivory Tower with my whole being.
Do you?
Yes.
With that, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to stroke the top of her thoughts. See
Sure.
if there's any...
Telepathy. Katya, you feel a gentle pressure on your mind, as though something or someone were trying to enter. Do you wish to resist it?
Yes.
Yes. So, Suzanne, please roll your dice pool for telepathy, which is, did we say 8 or 9 dice?
9.
9 dice. Make sure to include your hunger dice within that 9. And Katya, you will be resisting with wits and subterfuge.
Can I re-roll?
So you may spend one of your precious willpower, and you have ample, and you may re-roll up to 3 of the black dice.
Okay, I have 2 with stars and 1 plain.
So there's a critical success,
All right, and I also have a skull for the red.
but the roll is a success. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2.
2. So the margin is 3. What are your surface thoughts about the Camarilla when you're speaking about it?
I believe in order and discipline, and I believe that that's something that the Anarchs lack completely.
Are your thoughts about the Camarilla in these moments positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Do you believe that the Camarilla is beneficial?
Yes.
Does Katya support the Camarilla?
Yes.
Why do you sound hesitant?
I'm not hesitant. This is my whole life has been this.
You must understand why I question, considering young Evangeline in the position that she currently holds.
Evangeline is very powerful, I agree with you. But her allegiance is to the Tremere. And also to me.
To you.
Isn't it nice to have somebody on the inside?
It is.
On the other side of the vast drawing room, the Sombra and the Toreador converse.
Didn't expect you here.
Surprise, Mama Bear. I could say the same for you, Baron of Hollywood.
Yes, well, trying to keep the peace here.
Are you, though? I kind of question that sometimes.
Why?
Because you gallivant around with anarchs and, disrupting shit left and right, causing more problems for me, making me have to clean up so much shit after everybody.
Well, that's quite a bit coming from a former ghoul, who we all thought was still one, and now you're a vampire. Kindred.
I can't help that you haven't been caught up. Not my problem.
See, I thought we had this thing called trust. There was, when we all went into the labyrinth together, almost didn't come out. And yet you relied on a man to deliver that information.
Oh, no. My job is to keep the truce going. And to make sure nobody does anything fucking stupid around here, which seems to happen on a daily fucking basis.
Yeah, so good luck with that job.
I could handle it.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Really? What was the last thing you handled?
Ouch, Nelli. I've saved your guys' asses so many times.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
Doubt that.
I mean, I'd say go back and look at the tapes, but, you're just going to have to trust me on this.
Right. See, that word you just used, trust. Remember, we had that. How do I know I can trust you now?
All I want is for people to not make stupid, rash decisions.
I see. Stupid, rash decisions.
Which, by raking the masquerade and trying to rise up in anarchy, I'm trying to keep people from making stupid decisions because now we've got such bigger problems. I mean, first we had the Inquisition, but now we've got these Thin Bloods. So it seems like every single day, something else happens to where if we don't work together, we're all gonna cease to exist. So if you don't want to trust me, that's fine. However, you and I can both agree that we're very much into keeping our own damn selves alive.
Damn straight.
So, in the shared interest of us both wanting to continue to exist, why don't we agree on that at least?
Yes. But what are you going to do with Daffodil?
He has a name. His name is Greg.
I'd prefer not to use it in front of others.
Well, I could say that. It's very important to me that even though he is a ghoul, he is still given the same respect, which is why I call him Greg. And Greg will be just fine. You can be sure of that. That I could promise you.
All right, Eve. We'll see how much this trust happens when you return Greg back safely.
You can count on it.
I hope so.
Nelli, it's at this point that you receive a text message from Lavender. Boss, trouble in the Big H. Gotta go soon.
Type back, thumbs up. Well, it seems I've got other matters to take care of outside of here. It was a pleasure seeing you all and meeting you for the first time.
So nice to meet you.
Likewise, I hope to have that discussion about Magic Castle soon.
Please.
Eve, always a pleasure. Always. Your Highness, Your Majesty. What am I supposed to call you again?
Prince.
Prince, right. Enjoy that book.
I see you are a reader like myself. Would you like to borrow a copy? Or do you have your own?
I have access to another copy. I appreciate your generosity.
I trust you will heed it to the letter.
I will do my best. Suzanne?
I go over to you, pull you to the side, squeeze your hand really tight. Remember, everywhere you go, you are never truly alone. Make sure you put the most important thing first. All of us, together. There is a war coming. Make sure you're not on the wrong side.
Duly noted.
Ciao, Bella.
See ya.
For fuck's sake.
I know where Jasper lives. If you want to take care of that, I can tell you.
Yes. It is written, the first to die in any jihad are Nosferatu. This Nosferatu must be first to go.
This seems like an ideal moment to pause our vampire story for now.
Hi, I'm Yev, and I'm Canon. Backblaze sponsored Season 4 of LA by Night, and I would welcome you to go to backblaze.com/LA by Night and give Backblaze a free try. We're an online backup service. We back up all the data that's on your computer. We store it safely and securely in the cloud, and you can get it back from us from anywhere in the globe. Go to backblaze.com/LA by Night. Start your free trial today.
Welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle LA by Night, Season 4, Episode 7, Dead Ecstasies. We open the scene where we left it, in the drawing room of the Prince's Haven.
What do you think of the Baron of Hollywood? Do you think she's to be trusted?
I do think that she'll come around, possibly. She enjoys being influential and powerful.
Yes, she does. I feel that perhaps once she feels that her influence and power is threatened, maybe she would be more inclined to see our side of things.
Well, I think when she finds out that if the Tremere can keep the castle, it would be for her benefit. That'll be a good step.
Yes, I think so.
I believe she's way in over her head.
Yes.
She has no idea.
No fucking clue.
No
Let's see it
idea
again.
whatsoever. I asked her a few times. I said, what will you do? She said, I have a 2-part plan. But then the parts of the plan were indistinguishable from anything that I might find on my shoe. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No.
It makes me feel deeply uncomfortable. It should not come to pass that there is a new Baron in my city without my say-so. And should it happen again,
It won't happen again.
it cannot.
They can continue to crown themselves Baron and Baroness, and it means absolutely nothing at the end of the day. Let them have their titles. It makes them feel better.
I would not like them to have their titles if they are presenting themselves as Baron, Baroness.
But if you think of the word Baron, it means unable to produce.
Yes, Baron.
Yes, but they control resources. I mean,
They
look
believe
at-
they control resources.
Look at Victor Temple.
He believes he controls resources.
He controls resources.
No,
His entertainment empire.
no.
But honestly,
control.
Hollywood is decentralizing. The industry moves throughout this country. Soon it will be a... I do not say what I fear.
It seems as though they want to rebel, but they don't know how, and that could be used to our advantage.
Yes, they are quite slow, which I admire in many things, but in a revolution you cannot be. They have never succeeded, if I remember.
Why don't I, Suzanne,
Yes.
why don't I show all of you?
Yes.
There's someone I'd like all of you to meet. Downstairs. I take them downstairs.
I don't want to go downstairs.
You will go
I
down.
don't want to go downstairs. Bring him to me.
To go downstairs.
I will go downstairs. But I will go downstairs unhappily.
Perhaps he's not deserving of being upstairs yet.
This way.
I will follow.
Katya leads you to the east wing of the mansion, the wing that you use most seldom. In fact, I'm not entirely certain that you've even been in some of these rooms before. This place is so vast.
I activate my heightened senses.
You open your eyes, your ears, your sense of touch, even your taste, to the night around you. You hear everything. You hear your servants in different rooms of the mansion, tidying, dusting, guarding. You hear the sound of Nelli's automobile as it pulls away. And from below, in the basement, or perhaps it's the sub-basement, it's hard to tell, you hear light footsteps walking. And it is to this underground level of the house that Katya takes you. Had she not mentioned it, you might never have wandered down here for any specific purpose. It is, or was, a wine cellar with a vast array of now empty shelves, which once held innumerable bottles of fine vintages. It's lit, dimly, and it is here that you find the figure that has been walking through the basement. Ebe, you have seen this individual before. This is the Nosferatu that was lying asleep in torpor at the center of the labyrinth, sleeping beneath the ley lines. And the last time that you saw this Nosferatu, it was clad in ragged clothing, its visage, its disgusting, disfigured face on full view, and a ragged, wicked cut deep into its neck, as though someone had tried to take its head away from its shoulders. That wound is no longer visible, and the clothing has improved. The figure is clad in simple attire, a black shirt, dark trousers, shoes, but the disgusting face remains unchanged. Suzanne and Vannevar, you too have seen this individual. And when you last saw him, it was in Versailles. The very end, the last gasp of the regal era of the 18th century. The last night that you saw poor Marie. It was him, Zelios, who showed you what was under the palace and what it could do. The Nosferatu bows low to you both and is very slow to raise its gaze to you.
As he lifts up, I walk over to him and I clasp his hands. At long last, I did not expect we would see each other again.
Comes as a great surprise to me as well. I did not think to see your beautiful face or your noble one ever again. For the hospitality that you have allowed the Tremere to grant me while I convalesced.
Anything you may need,
I am grateful.
we are at your service.
Katya tells me that you have found my secrets. You have found the labyrinth.
We have rediscovered, yes. Unfortunately, the Anarchs have also discovered it as well. One in particular, very dangerous.
Who is this danger?
She goes by Ava. Katya would know. Katya was her sire.
This you did not mention.
Please tell the story. The whole story.
Yes, please tell the story. Maybe how you all know each other?
I had the honor to meet their majesties centuries ago, or so it seems. Katya tells me the year. It seems I have slept for some time. We met in the beautiful, glorious...
Palace of Versailles.
Yes, you remember perhaps the Hall of Mirrors, sire. That
Beautiful hall.
endless corridor of glass.
Yes.
Even such as I could not help but admire myself in that place. You must have spent countless nights. Countless. I can picture you striding from one end of the Hall of Mirrors to the other, 100 of you on either side, to observe each other.
Yes. It's been a long time.
But you are not as you were.
No. Much has changed.
Much has changed.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, the obvious. You age, you grow strong. Then you were but mice,
Yes.
new to the night. Fledglings in the protection of the Camarilla. Now, you are mighty sovereigns yourselves. But you are not as you were at all. I remember such dignity, such valor. You were but a novice to the night then, but... They found me under the palace at my work. Work I continued here, in this...
You were a friend to us then.
You were in need of a friend.
We are in need of a friend now.
It pleased me to help you once. Perhaps in exchange for the service your Tremere gave me, I should help you again.
Is that what brought you out here?
From the old world to the new world I came, to this Alta California. A nexus of power in a particular place. And to protect it, I built one of my little, a maze, a labyrinth.
You built it.
You have seen it.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
You have beheld its beauty.
My darling.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
He's
You're
not
not
well.
fine. Your hero of Versailles is not himself. What brought you to my maid?
I used to be, I should say, I was under the employment of a very important woman in the Camarilla, so I was assigned to look after a certain person who was in there, so I was there to protect him.
You were a guard of the body, a bodyguard.
Yes.
What did you think?
Impressive is
I like
almost
to-
the word I'm looking for.
I like to think some of my best work.
Impressive and confusing.
But you must have seen me there. In torpor.
Yes. You're looking much better.
I'm sorry, who were you guarding exactly?
It was when I was a ghoul and in service to protect Victor Temple.
This name is not known to me.
He is
A lesser
Insignificant.
baron.
Baron.
of the valley. And
Baron.
Anarch.
It is
The
an
movement.
empty sprawl.
The movement still persists.
Unfortunately.
Seems to always be à la mode.
All kindred, I guess, go through their rebellious teen years.
Katya says to me that the fomenters of the original revolt now find their home within the tower. The clan of Night of Shadows. You started all this.
Me being the Clan of Shadows?
Your clan.
Yes, I definitely was not the first person.
No. No, you are of no age. Your ancestors. Surely, you know. Not my place to give you a history lesson.
I always value a good explanation at any time I can get one, so not offended.
So, when you went to my resting place and saw me there, I had the cut.
Yeah, you're looking better?
Yes. Some wounds take time to heal.
How did you?
A longish tale, which has no bearing on the present circumstances.
Who
but
did it to you?
These would be the lupines, the moon beasts.
Yes. Yes. Of the moon beasts, are the ones who change. They are the oldest of the old. Before my father, they roam the lands, tarry not in the path of them, avoid them. They are set upon us like wolves in the sheepfold.
The Book of Nod.
Yes. Yes. Too many of these words are coming off the page, old friend.
Are we in the end times then? Is it Gehenna?
The Thin Bloods are.
Thin bloods?
Thin bloods. It seems with this baron.
With this baron from the valley that Ebe knows so well. Tell me, Ebe,
Had to work for, let's just say.
but
This
when you worked
sounds
for
like
him, you must have
politics.
seen the inside of his businesses, the ins and outs of his day-to-day, what he does. You must know some things that you can share with us to help us.
I know that they get themselves in a lot of trouble. I know that they seem to think very highly of themselves and this movement. I know that, yes, he does have his businesses, but I don't know beyond that what stronghold he has.
Nosferatu, do you know of blood magic?
After a fashion, yes. The practice of thaumaturgy is the province of the Tremere, but it is not theirs exclusively. Of course.
I need a second opinion from an old friend. It is very hard, my children, to prescribe a punishment. You know these words. But if we could harness for ourselves some of this thin blood vitae, as it is written, of exsanguination, which, if I am not mistaken, would be effectively the draining of their blood.
Of course.
Could we harness that which makes them walk in the light? Could we harness that small advantage which they do have?
Walk in the light. Noura Ibrahim. When I fell into torpor, the thin bloods were but a whisper, a rumor. I know no one who actually spoke to one, let alone beheld one with the eyes. You tell me now that they are here. You know them. You see them.
And they keep the company of this Baron Victor Temple.
It sounds like politics, but also
Everything
religion.
is politics or religion.
That is what your king said before they... Yes, it is possible, of course. It is always blood. It is always vitae. To possess it is to know it, to control it. So yes, of course, it is possible if you take the source of the power to learn it for yourself. I do not know the process.
We do have confirmation that they are here and that they even have a leader.
They are so organized as to be led.
Seems so. Delilah.
I know the biblical reference. But do you remember what I show you under Versailles? The web,
Yes, I could not forget.
the lines.
It's burned into my mind. The ley lines.
Yes.
They have been rediscovered.
How did you know to look?
Garak.
A Garak. A Tremere. Reminded me, and I went back to my memory.
You walked the past,
I did.
and you found me there.
I did.
Then it is to you that is my gratitude. Also.
We must protect these ley lines.
Yes.
They are in danger.
From what?
The anarchs.
The
They have
move-
found them.
The movement possesses such knowledge?
Miss Ava and her little lover, Jasper. The two stumbled upon it.
An
Evangeline
accident.
is my child.
It is a great thing to know the joys and the hurts of progeny.
It is her illegitimate progeny, it will be noted.
Illegitimate. I did not realize that the the Tremere permit this.
We do not.
I understand. Private business.
However, she has become a great asset to us.
A great problem.
A great threat.
She is working for us on the inside. She has infiltrated the Anarchs.
How can you be sure?
She is one of the Anarchs.
This is politics.
Fine. She took me to Jasper.
How does she know of the ley lines?
Jasper.
I hear this name, Jasper. I know the rock.
He's a Nosferatu.
Ah, I like him already.
No.
No, I don't like him already. What?
We do not like him, ever.
He's hardly noteworthy. However, he was the one who discovered the labyrinth, and he told Eva.
He told the Tremere.
Yes.
Strange choice.
She's very good at what she does.
Spies, generally chosen for their skill. So, you're a spy. You're Evangeline.
Yes.
What is the problem?
She led us to you. We rescued you. And she discovered the ley lines along with Jasper. So now he knows, and the Anarchs know what they are capable of.
As I showed you, under Versailles, they are not to be trifled with. Extraordinary power.
Mm-hmm.
Every city has a heart, a soul, if you will, a spirit that beats. And if you listen, you can hear it. Even this modern sprawl. So ugly, the city.
Mm-hmm.
But much power is here.
We need this power.
My prince, I encourage you to resist its temptation.
It will be a great asset to us, this power.
Yes, it would be if you could use it without bitter consequences.
We will use it. Garak will return to me. He will help us to harness this power for the tower.
I can give you the labyrinth. I can give you this power. You don't need Garak.
I do not need you to give me anything. I will take it if I should like it.
We must
For my
have
own.
control over the ley lines to ensure no one else has this power to
I
abuse.
designed the maze to prevent this very situation. There is but one way into that room.
We
Perhaps
must
you
close
can-
it off.
Perhaps you can rearrange.
I am, at the moment, less concerned for the ley lines and more concerned for my prince.
At the moment, I am more concerned for the ley lines and less concerned for your prince.
If Eva is on our side, perhaps she can prove it.
You don't think she already has? We would not even be here if it weren't for her.
You do not know that to be true.
All right, what do you want her to do? How can she prove it?
Politics. How did you get in to my chamber to see me? What was your door?
I was just led along with the group.
The group?
But there was a portal. You saw it. You went through it.
Yes.
It remains there.
Yes.
Well, perhaps this is easily solved. The portal has a key that makes access much easier and less dangerous, as long as the key remains where I left it.
A key. I will have this key for the tower. Where is it?
It is safe.
Yes, and where?
I can see the ley lines, even now. It is blessing our course, I could not tell you. But I see them. I feel them around us. I know which ones are strong, which ones are weak, which ones are dying, which ones are becoming. I see many things. And I see you, my prince.
Would you please excuse us?
I
Let him speak.
don't
Would you please
understand.
excuse us?
Would you please excuse us? Would you?
Of course.
Yes. I shut the door quickly.
On the other side of the wine cellar, you find yourselves in at least semi-privacy.
Yes, I went to the freaking
I
left.
see you. I see something that should not be there.
What do you see?
How long is he like this? This is not the hero of Versailles that I know.
It's been months like this.
I'm fine.
You're not fine, my darling.
I am quite
You're
well.
not fine. He sees.
Perhaps you drink from the wrong cup.
No.
Some kindred say that if you drink from certain things,
We drink the same.
huh?
We drink the same. From the same cup.
It is not within him, this. It is without, outside him.
Can you remove it?
I see it. To see. To see is not to act or to know, but I see it. It is what? A force,
A force?
an affliction.
Affliction.
An affliction. You are not well.
Only a prince. A prince cannot be afflicted.
He behaves like He behaves like Anatole. He behaves like the clan of the moon, the children of Malka.
Malkavian.
Malk.
Therese.
Therese.
She's the only Malkavian.
I don't know this.
Therese, I have.
I open the door. You, Katya. Here, come. Cool, I'll just stay outside. Can you
What?
see something on him? Affliction?
I use Sense the Unseen.
Sense the unseen. Make a roll of resolve and add dice for your aspects.
Can I assist her in any way?
You also have aspects? Yes, you do. Add 2 regular dice to your roll, please.
Three.
3. When you look at Vannevar, you do not perceive any of the things that you normally expect Sense the Unseen to reveal to you. No ghosts hover at his shoulder, no demons whisper in his ear, at least not those that are visible to you, nor do you see any blood magic upon him. I assure you it is there. It is
You
not...
spent time with a Malkavian.
Well, it is not, it is not catching like the plague.
Can I be eavesdropping on all of this?
I believe the door is open.
Oh, door's
so,
open?
yeah.
Cool.
You're saying that something is afflicting him.
Something outside, external, not natural. He suffers.
It is here.
He suffers.
Look, here. Here.
Now, madness in great ones is not entirely uncommon. Kindred do suffer from afflictions like this from time to time, but I think not internal, I think external. It looks wrong.
There's another way of seeing. I can help figure out what's wrong, but I'm going to need some of his blood.
That is a great display of trust to give the Tremere one's vitae.
I will not.
I promise.
I do not need your help.
I promise I will.
I do not need help. I am quite fine.
I will destroy.
Thank you.
I will destroy the blood right in front of you. I won't save a drop. But if we really want to know what's happening,
It is royal blood.
I'm going to have to look inside.
I have royal blood.
I think yes. I mean, you can always kill her later.
I have royal blood.
I will take some blood. It will be in my possession, and I will destroy it. After you have done what you say you will do.
You can watch me the whole time. I won't save a drop.
What do you need for this sorcery, this thaumaturgy?
I just need a reflective surface.
A mirror, a glass?
Glass would be perfect.
A window pane, a mirror. There must be something.
Go for Bert. Bert!
Bert will not find us here.
Bert's never far from you.
Oh.
Bert!
The boy appears down the steps and in the wine cellar.
Tell him what you need.
But is there a mirror or a glass table or something to that effect? Yes, please.
Quickly, boy, go!
Do you trust me? Look at me. Do you trust me?
Of course I trust you.
I'm so sorry.
It is the other two I do not trust.
I know. But you trust me.
Yes. Yes. Gentle feet, Bert, gentle feet!
Bert is moving as quickly as he can, and he's struggling under the weight of a big brass and glass coffee table that he must have taken from the floor just above this one. And he, with some effort, puts it on the floor of the wine cellar.
That'll work. Thank you.
Bert leaves and goes back upstairs. I have not seen whatever it is you are doing before.
What do you need?
I need. Honestly, as the more you can give me, the better.
I take a little pin
From your hair?
from my hair. My darling. Your wrist.
If you could drain it onto the glass surface.
Once again, I'm going to press into her mind, make sure there's no ulterior motives.
Resist or no?
Resist.
Resist. Your dice pool, Suzanne. And then Katya.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Make it resolve and no. Make it wits and awareness.
Your Majesty, it's imperative that we know who your enemies are.
I know who my enemies are, except those who may be too close.
3.
3.
Precisely.
So, you have 4? A margin of 1. What are you attempting to determine? Are you trying to determine whether or not she means what she says, that it's not a threat, or...
Yes, I want to make sure that she has no ulterior motives, that she wants only to help.
Katya, what are your true and honest thoughts about this ritual? What is your intent?
Absolutely no ulterior motives. I want to help.
Her thoughts seem to ring true to you.
We can trust her.
I believe we can. It scares me to say that, but I believe
What
we can.
are you in all this?
I'm the sheriff.
The Reeve.
Yes.
See.
It's important that in these times, which seem to be getting worse,
The times are always getting worse. Trust me.
it seems it's what I've been learning, yes. That order needs to be enforced.
I like order.
May I?
You can cure this affliction.
I'm going to do the best I can to help.
You will cure this affliction, or you will feel my wrath. Do you understand?
I understand.
This is royal blood.
Royal blood, yes.
Royal blood that will never course through your veins or yours.
I'm merely just spectating. Okay.
My darling.
So with the skill of a practiced phlebotomist, you prick open one of Vannevar's vessels in his wrist,
Yes,
and you
more.
allow the precious vitae to drip, to leak, to pour
Yes.
onto the glass coffee table surface.
Yes, more.
It smells like
Is it not enough?
divinity.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I bite a little of mine, and I put it to heal.
An interesting way to seal the damage. Katya, there is a pool of elder vitae.
I activate
coffee
heightened
table.
senses.
The smell of it is nearly overpowering, and you know the smell and taste of this particular vitae as well as you know your own.
I would like to say if I feel like she's about to do anything that's goes against the
So if you feel the prince is threatened by her actions, what will you do?
I'm gonna brawl, but I think I'm gonna activate arms of Amaranth to get her away from whatever.
Are you
if I
bringing
feel
those
like-
shadows forth now, or are you ready to do it?
I'm ready to do it if I feel that she's becoming a threat.
Very well. Katya, what are you doing exactly?
It's been a while. Royal blood, it's an honor to work with your blood. I approach the glass table. I see the pooling blood. And I just place my fingers in it and my hands move fast. I'm making geometric shapes. Like the flower of life, but with harsher corners. Sacred geometry from long ago. The shapes are almost done. A surge of power moves. My eyes light up. From my eyes into my arm. I raise my arm. And I strike down on the table. Breaking the glass.
The glass shatters into hundreds of tiny pieces. The blood smokes. It burns away in a flash. Katya, you have enough successes on the ritual to form the shield. It begins small and grows. There is light that isn't quite light around Vannevar. First, close to his skin, almost as though it is a part of his clothing. But then it expands. It becomes a circle, a sphere around him, pushing away from his center. Yes, I see now. Yes. It touches him not. Hello, old friend. Welcome back to us.
No.
You remember me, maybe?
I remember you. You were at Versailles.
Yes, and so are you. How do you feel?
I feel strong. I feel new.
Don't disturb her. If I understand, she can do this only a little. This is not a cure. This is not a cure. You have some moments to speak.
Some moments.
I don't understand the magic is exactly, but I don't think this is a cure.
She is not the one doing this to me.
She protects you. She
protects me.
The shield yes.
The Malkavian.
Therese.
Therese.
You spend much time with this Malkavian?
The only Malkavian.
It seems too much.
This Malkavian has power?
It seems too much.
It is possible. Of course. There are stories of what the powerful children of Malkav can do. It is possible.
Eve, do you know where she is? I can find her. What would you like me to do?
She will dance for the high tower. She will dance for the Ivory Tower at sunrise on the beach of Santa Monica. I make this terminal decree that Therese Malkavian of Santa Monica will dance through the night until the sun rises and burns her undying flesh.
How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 3 with stars. And also 1 red.
Katya, you cannot hold this. Your hand is covered in a dozen cuts where you smashed through the coffee table.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. It was so strong.
It's back on him now.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, it's, I think it afflicts him. It is not a cure. But, now that you see, you felt it, yes?
Yes.
Can you make the cure? Can you purge his mind, his blood from this? Maybe. In time.
I believe I can, but I know that you're having a hard time trusting me, but I would need to take some of his blood.
Perhaps Strauss.
Ah, I know this Strauss, of course. I know this Garak, of course, because they woke me. This Strauss has great power. If you work with him, he will need to know what you know. He will need to feel what you felt.
Of course.
Please understand that this is a very important matter. You have shown tremendous loyalty, and you have gained more trust. We thank you. Deeply.
Thank you.
Deeply.
Thank you.
They might forget if convenient, but I won't.
Of course. It is my duty. I can also do one more thing, possibly, for you.
Yes?
With what's left here on the broken glass. Can I use Illuminate the Trail of Prey?
I certainly think you can attempt it. That is blood sorcery.
What is this?
Since Therese afflicted him, I may be able to use his blood to find her.
It's a ritual that can locate a vampire by creating a trail that you can see. Is it your intent to follow the trail or merely to determine if it can be done?
Follow the trail.
If you're following it, I will go with you.
I was just about to ask you.
So.
If you go with me, I need to be able to trust you.
You will need to make some preparations. There are ingredients that you will need to cast the ritual.
Okay.
If Therese does not know she's in danger, she believes to be in the good graces of the court, perhaps we can summon her.
Maybe we want to wait until the prince recovers. It seems that the ritual took a lot out of him.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
It's fine.
I am fine. No one outside of this room. Do you understand me? No one can know.
She will be dealt with.
So, I begin to repay you your kindness. You will be well again, I am sure of it. I am sure of it.
Me too.
Thank you, old friend.
You hunt the child of Malkav. You do this alone?
It might be best for me to do this alone.
You choose your reeve well.
Thank you.
So, this has tired me much, as I am sure it has exhausted His Majesty.
I'm fine.
Perhaps you would allow me to retire.
Of course.
Please, take your leave, Nosferatu.
With your Majesty's kind permission, I shall continue to take my rest here. So, we can resume our conversation interrupted centuries ago.
I look forward to it. Adieu.
Adieu. Zelios turns and shuffles further into the wine cellar, which seems to stretch room after room, corridor after corridor, as far as you can see under the great mansion. Maybe he feels at home here, and he is soon lost to your sight.
Are you okay?
I'll be okay. I'm fine. It's just kind of hard to get out of my head right now.
What do you mean?
It's just, I don't know if you could tell, but that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to snap him.
Are you hungry, perhaps?
No. I'm always a little hungry.
Bert! Gentle feet, Bert! Bring our guests something to feed.
Thank you.
But of course. It's imperative we continue to take care of our own.
I agree.
Agreed.
Yes. It is imperative that we take care of our own.
So with hope on the horizon for Prince Vannevar, a strange, yet to be seen peace with the new Baron of Hollywood, an incredibly dangerous assignment for Ebe, and strange mysteries to resolve for Katya. Seems like a very appropriate place to end our vampire story for now. But this is the world of darkness. And in the world of darkness, nothing is as it seems. And yet, everything is connected.
$738 bottles of beer on the wall. 738 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. Fuck! Fuck. You know what? No, fuck it. If she's not here, I can smoke all the goddamn cigarettes I want. I'm gonna fucking kill her. I'm gonna fucking stake her.